This is a CBNnews.com update. I'm Mark Martin. President Bush is in Beijing awaiting the start of the Olympic Games. His visit marks the first time a U.S. president has attended the Games on foreign soil. But just hours before, President Bush continued to send a strong message to the Chinese government about human rights. He said America stands firmly opposed to the Chinese government's practice of detaining political and religious activists.
The United States believes the people of China deserve the fundamental liberty that is the natural right of all human beings.
China responded by saying outsiders should not interfere with the country's affairs. Despite the president's stance, he said he is intent on making this visit about sports, not politics. The president is an avid sports fan. He plans to attend the opening ceremony Friday night and several events over the weekend. Even though Barack Obama is a fresh face in this year's election, nearly half of voters say they're tired of hearing about him. That's according to a new poll by the nonpartisan Pew Research Center. The study found that 2/3 of Republicans, half of independents, and a third of Democrats felt that way. Researchers say Obama has dominated political news coverage for much of the year. Meanwhile, almost 4 out of 10 people say they've heard too little about Republican candidate John McCain. Nearly half of Republicans, 4 out of 10 independents, and a quarter of Democrats would like to hear more about the Arizona senator. The case of the 2001 Anthrax attacks is officially closed. The FBI has released documents that point the finger solely at former government scientist Bruce Ivins. Ivins committed suicide last week right before charges were filed against him. The documents describe him as the sole custodian of highly purified anthrax spores that match those used in the attacks. But investigators do admit that more than 100 people had access to the substance. Senator Charles Grassley is asking Congress to investigate the case. With the cost of food constantly on the rise, many Americans are finding a great alternative right in their own backyards. Across the country, neighbors are teaming up to build community gardens. Many are using a vacant lot or a backyard and turning it into free groceries. Some estimate there are 20,000 gardens like these in cities around the nation. Not only does it save money, but participants say it's rewarding, and it's nice knowing where their food is coming from. For more on this, including how to start your own community garden, go to CBNnews.com. And finally, a cool way to help families in need. Folks in Missouri are guessing how long it will take for this 3,000-pound pile of ice to melt. Guesses start out at just $2, but the amount will go up as the ice block grows smaller. The money will go to a relief program that helps families to pay their power bills during the hot summer months. As a bonus, the person who wins this icy guessing game will receive a cool $500. Coming up later today on CBN's Newswatch, more on President Bush's visit to China for the Summer Olympics. Plus, find out how you can take the gossip-free challenge. See why one pastor is calling on Christians to stop the gossip for at least 8 days. Check your local listings or watch the newscast streamed here online at 4 p.m. Eastern. And for more news around the world 24/7, stay with CBNnews.com.